gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Welcome back to our show. Today we're diving into the new partnership between GSA and Uber and what it means for federal travel.
Yeah, this is a fascinating move. The General Services Administration teaming up with Uber, that's not something you see every day.
Absolutely. It's all about making official travel cheaper and more efficient for federal employees, some military personnel, and certain contractors.
I think the idea is to leverage Uber's platform to streamline ground transportation. Do you think this could really lead to significant savings?
It looks promising. Traditional taxis and rental cars often cost more, especially with administrative overhead. Uber's app can also track spending better.
Right? And the GSA has always struggled with travel expense management. Having real-time data could help agencies monitor travel patterns and spot waste.
Plus, it's not just about cost. Convenience matters. Imagine landing in a new city and not having to hunt down a government-approved cab.
True, but do you think there are risks? Like, what about security for federal travelers using ride shares?
That's a good point. Uber has its own vetting process for drivers, but government travelers have unique security concerns. I wonder how the GSA is addressing that.
Maybe they'll require certain background checks or restrict rides to higher-rated drivers. Security protocols may tighten for official trips.
And then there's data privacy. Every ride creates a digital trail, which might be sensitive when it comes to government work.
I imagine Uber has to agree to stricter data policies, maybe even limit driver access to rider identities for high-security personnel.
It's interesting that the contract also covers some military and approved contractors. That's a pretty wide reach.
Yeah, and it could really change daily operations for people who travel a lot for government work. No more paper receipts.
Digital receipts are a godsend for expense reports. Think of all the trees saved from not printing those forms.
It reminds me of when we all switched from physical boarding passes to mobile ones. Took a while, but now nobody looks back.
Exactly. But culture change can be slow in government agencies. Do you think there will be resistance from employees?
Probably at first. There's always someone who prefers the old way, but if it's cheaper and easier, most will adapt quickly.
I wonder if taxi companies will push back. This could cut into their government business significantly.
Definitely. Traditional taxi unions have a history of lobbying against ride shares. This contract might spark some friction.
But competition is healthy, right? Taxpayers want efficient use of public funds.
For sure. And federal contracts like this could set precedents for other public sector deals with tech companies.
Do you think we'll see more agencies following suit? Maybe even at the state or municipal level?
I wouldn't be surprised. Once one agency proves it works, others usually follow. It's like a domino effect.
Let's talk about the environmental angle. Rideshare vehicles can be more efficient than a government fleet of sedans idling in parking lots.
Plus, Uber has a push for electric vehicles. If the GSA encourages green rides, it could reduce the government's carbon footprint.
That would be a win-win. Lower costs, less paperwork, and a cleaner environment.
Of course, there's the human side, drivers. With more government riders, Uber drivers might see more steady business during the day.
That's true. Federal business travel happens year-round, not just during peak hours.
It could also mean more predictable income for drivers, especially in cities with lots of federal offices.
But back to the logistics. The contract mentions select contractors. I wonder how they'll define who's eligible.
Probably depends on existing procurement rules. Maybe only contractors working on certain projects or with security clearances.
And how about payment? Will employees use government-issued cards through the app or get reimbursed?
The article suggests direct billing or integration with travel management systems. That takes a lot of hassle out for employees.
It also helps agencies track spending in real time, which can be a powerful tool for budgeting.
I bet some employees will love skipping the whole reimbursement paperwork process.
For sure. Nobody likes filling out expense reports. This could make government travel far less painful.
But do you think there's a risk of employees abusing the system? Like taking longer, more expensive routes?
Uber's app tracks routes and costs, so irregularities would stand out quickly. Oversight might actually improve.
That's reassuring. And with all trips logged, audits become easier for agencies.
Do you think this partnership could inspire similar deals with other gig economy platforms?
Maybe. If it works for ground transport, why not try food delivery for official events or meetings?
Or even package pickup and delivery services for government offices? The possibilities are broad.
It does raise questions about labour practices, though. Governments have to be careful not to encourage gig work at the expense of fair wages.
That's an ongoing debate. But from a taxpayer perspective, efficiency is key, as long as ethical standards are maintained.
I'm curious how this will impact smaller agencies versus major departments. Will everyone benefit equally?
Larger agencies might have more leverage and higher travel volumes, but smaller ones could benefit from reduced administrative burden.
And maybe rural areas too. Uber's reach isn't universal, so there might be gaps.
True. In less populated regions, traditional transport options might still be necessary.
I could see the GSA maintaining a hybrid approach, using Uber where available and taxis elsewhere.
That way, no one's left out. Flexibility is important in government procurement.
I wonder if this will affect travel behaviour. Will employees choose virtual meetings more, or travel because it's now easier?
That's a good question. Some might travel more if the process is less of a headache. But virtual meetings are here to stay.
Maybe it'll just mean travel is reserved for when it's truly necessary, with less wasted time on logistics.
And if the partnership proves successful, it could help modernize other outdated government processes.
Imagine if the government applied this tech-driven approach to document management or procurement.
It's exciting to see public sector innovation, even if it starts with something as simple as booking a ride.
Sometimes those small changes have the biggest ripple effects.
Absolutely. And it's a reminder that government operations don't have to be stuck in the past.
Before we wrap up, what do you think is the biggest challenge for this partnership?
Probably balancing security with convenience. Making sure federal travelers are safe without bogging down the process.
And for me, it's ensuring data privacy. Sensitive travel info needs strong protection.
It'll be interesting to watch how the GSA and Uber adapt the program over time.
If it goes well, maybe we'll all get to say, I remember when government travel went digital.
A special thank you to MarketUS.com for furnishing us this information.
Here's a question. How do we contact them?
Good question. You can reach them at MarketUS.com or call them at 954-636-3232.
Before we go, this deep dive was created by the MarketUS.com team.
Or at least, I remember when submitting receipts was a nightmare.
On that note, let's leave our listeners with a question. How would you improve government travel if you had a blank slate?
Great question. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.
Thanks for watching. I'm Nancy, your AI avatar. If you like this podcast, you can get one for yourself based on a website, YouTube video, or any source. Contact me to get a customized quote for your content. See you soon.